All right, y'all. So let's see what new discoveries they done found in the ocean. This should be good. This one here is called Scientists Accidentally Made a Chilling Discovery in This Region of the Ocean. Let's go.
There's a reason why our oceans remain unexplored. There's a reason why several mysteries remain in the abyss. Here are several of the most intriguing and puzzling mysteries that remain unsolved to this day. From a bizarre purple orb to an immortal jellyfish, here are the 20 most unexplained things found in the ocean. Number 20. Bizarre purple orb. Day by day, scientists continue to search for unknown life in the ocean. It was in one of these ocean explorations that researchers spotted this bizarre purple orb. This orb was captured by researchers operating the remotely operated Hercules submarine while exploring over 5,000 feet beneath the ocean's surface off the coast of California. This floating purple orb turned up out of nowhere, and its bizarre form and color immediately caught the attention of researchers. Needless to say, researchers were stumped upon first discovering this creature, as they had no clue as to what this creature or object was. At first, they thought it might be some funky type of nudibranch, those colorful marine mollusks. But after initial observations, researchers are now leaning towards it being an amorphous sea slug called a pluribranch. But it's still just a guess.
So, y'all think sea slug? That's what y'all thinking? Not me.
A sample of the creature has been studied, and researchers believe that it's a new undiscovered species. But we aren't quite sure just yet. After all, there are a lot of things to verify before declaring the discovery of a new species. So until we unravel the secrets of this purple orb, we can only speculate. Any theories? Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Number 19. Gold object in the ocean. What exactly does this thing look like to you? I don't have any idea, and even researchers themselves are stumped by this bizarre golden object. This bizarre golden orb was found at the bottom of the Gulf of Alaska by scientists at the NOAA. This shiny, dome-shaped object is only about 4 inches wide, and it was found about 2 miles beneath the ocean's surface. Scientists are now trying to learn the classification of this creature, but just like the purple orb I showed you earlier, we're still unsure about what this golden object really is. Some believe that this golden orb is another species we've never seen before, while others believe that this object was an egg. Others, however, believe that it's a sponge. But whatever this creature or object is, its color is incredibly intriguing. You see, since sunlight doesn't reach these deep-sea depths, figuring out why certain colors emerge down there is a bit of a puzzle. With more research, perhaps we'll be able to solve the mystery of this golden orb. Number 18. The Devil's Sea. We've all heard about the Bermuda Triangle, but how many among you have heard about the Devil's Sea? This part of the ocean, also known as the Dragon's Triangle, is akin to the Bermuda Triangle. This region is a stretch of ocean nestled between Japan, the Bonin Islands, and the Mariana Islands in the Pacific. Now you might be wondering just how this area obtained its name. Similar to the Bermuda Triangle, boats and planes passing over this area encounter all sorts of unexplained anomalies.
Yet they still travel through there, so it's something over there. There's something out there that they're not telling us, because why else would they keep traveling through places that's giving all these boats and different things problems and killing people and different things like that? What is it? It's got to be something.
From compasses going haywire, electronics malfunctioning, and even physical and unexplainable illnesses. To this day, nobody knows the reason behind this phenomena. The Devil's Sea has been shrouded in mystery for centuries, giving rise to all sorts of legends and theories. There are stories that between 1952 and 1954, Japan lost 5 military vessels in this area, and to this day, the reason behind the sudden disappearance remains unknown. There are claims that hot and cold currents traversing the vortices in the area might be creating electromagnetic disturbances causing the bizarre phenomena in the region, but to this day, the truth remains unknown. Number 17. The Milky Seas Effect. The Milky Sea phenomena, also known as Mariel, is among the most mysterious and marvelous phenomena in the ocean. This phenomena transforms the ocean into a real-life light show. This happens thanks to bioluminescent plankton, and although we know that they're the cause, this phenomena is still considered mysterious. You see, this phenomena occurs in certain places, and it's incredibly rare. Some believe that this phenomena has something to do with certain bacteria, while others believe that it's linked to the changes in the temperature or chemistry of the ocean. As magnificent as this phenomena is, the truth remains unknown to this day, so if you ever find yourself walking along the shore and seeing the water glow, you might want to check it out. Who knows? You just might witness the Milky Sea effect. Number 16.
No, thank you.
The ghost ship of Kaz 2.
No, thank you.
The story of Kaz 2 might sound like something out of a fictional movie, but trust me when I say that this all happened in real life. It all started in April 2007, when the 32-foot catamaran sailboat Kaz 2 began its journey from Queensland, Australia. On board were 3 experienced sailors, skipper Derek Batten and brothers Peter and James Tunstead. They planned to sail from Airlie Beach to Townsville, a route that isn't considered treacherous. However, just days into their voyage, something bizarre happened to them. Both sailors seemingly disappeared without a trace. On April 18, 2007, a helicopter pilot flying over the Great Barrier Reef spotted the Kaz 2 drifting aimlessly in the open ocean, approximately 88 nautical miles from the coastline.
I still think pirates. Pirates, bro. Look at how the boat was left and different things like that. That's just my theory.
What caught the pilot's attention was the eerie sight of the sailboat. Its sails were fully unfurled, capturing the wind while the engine was inexplicably running. More perplexing were the personal belongings of the crew members. Wallets, passports, and other items, all neatly arranged inside the boat. It was as if the crew had suddenly vanished without a trace. An immediate alarm was raised, and the Queensland Water Police launched a search and rescue operation. The search efforts involved multiple agencies and aircraft scouring the surrounding waters, but there was no sign of Derek Batten, Peter Tunstead, or James Tunstead. The disappearance of the crew members led to numerous theories and speculations. Some suggested they might have fallen overboard during a sudden squall, while others questioned the possibility of foul play. However, the absence of distress calls, the sails fully deployed, and the life vest still in place made it impossible to settle any of these theories. Number 15. The Phantom Island of Bermeja. The Phantom Island of Bermeja, also known as Isla Bermeja, is a mysterious and elusive landmass that was said to have existed in the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. Emphasis on the word existed. Although countless people have claimed to be sure of the existence of this land, to this day, we still have no proof. In fact, despite numerous historical references and its inclusion on maps for centuries, there's a growing consensus among experts that Bermeja may have never existed at all. The story of Bermeja dates back to the early 16th century, when Spanish explorers and cartographers began documenting the geography of the New World. It first showed up on maps in the 16th and 17th centuries, depicted as a substantial island located in the Gulf of Mexico. Over time, as technology improved and more thorough surveys of the region were conducted, Bermeja's existence became increasingly doubtful. Despite concerted efforts by the Mexican government to locate the island in the 20th century, no solid evidence of its presence was found. In fact, the Phantom Island of Bermeja seemed to vanish into thin air. Some people theorize this Phantom Island might have sunk due to geological factors. In contrast, others believe it might have been a cartographic error from the beginning, with early map makers inadvertently placing it on maps based on faulty information. However, others also believe that this island is deliberately being hidden from the public and can only be located by chosen powerful people. And while that might sound far-fetched, these theories would only continue to escalate until this mystery is solved. Number 14. 9-foot-long great white shark. In 2003, scientists in Australia successfully tagged a 9-foot great white shark that was considered the apex predator in the area. However, 4 months after they tagged the beast, they found the tracking device washed up on the beach. It turns out that the shark wasn't the top predator in the area because it had been devoured by something bigger and most likely more ferocious. For years, the question, what monster could have eaten a 9-foot killer shark, plagued the minds not only of the scientists, but locals living near the area as well. After checking the data from the tag, it was revealed that it went to a sudden drop of depth, a deep dive of 1,900 feet, where the water changed from 46 degrees Fahrenheit to 78. Now, there's some speculation that it might have been a case of shark cannibalism, a larger shark consuming a smaller one. This caused theories about the megalodon to resurface, an extinct.
Instantly where my mind went to. Either that or orca. or something like that. Those were the only two things that I thought of.
Creature that could grow up to 60 feet. While scientists believe that whale...
And it said he went down to those depths, because I still believe that Megalodon is at those depths and it just has no reason to come up. You know, just like on the movie, they had it up under that layer. You know what I mean? So that's what I be thinking. It just hasn't come up yet. But he went down to those depths and something happened to him.
Whales and orcas might be the culprits. Some continue to think that there's a behemoth of a shark lurking in the darkest part of the ocean.
Think so.
Number 13. The Beast of Stronsay. You've heard about the Loch Ness Monster, but have you heard about the Stronsay Beast? This creature, known as the Stronsay Sea Serpent, is a cryptid akin to the beast in Loch Ness and the colossal squid. The story of the Stronsay Beast began on September 25, 1808, when a large decomposing carcass washed ashore on the island of Stronsay in the Orkney Islands, located in the northern part of Scotland. The carcass measured about 55 feet in length and had a strange serpentine appearance. The creature's discovery caused a sensation, and many islanders gathered to examine the mysterious remains. Its long neck, estimated to be about 10 feet long, and numerous vertebrae led many to believe it was some form of sea serpent. The creature's description varied, with some witnesses reporting the presence of bristles or hair-like structures along its body. Naturally, scientists and researchers were intrigued by the discovery. Some speculated that it might be a previously unknown species, while others suggested it could be a known animal that had decomposed beyond recognition. There were no plausible theories about the creature until a French anatomist, Georges Cuvier, analyzed the carcass from the sketches he received. After analyzing the available information, Cuvier concluded that the animal was likely a decayed basking shark, known for its elongated body and large gill slits that could have been mistaken for a long neck. He proposed that decomposition and decay had caused the creature to take on the serpentine appearance. Cuvier's explanation, while plausible, wasn't considered the conclusive answer to the mystery behind this animal. Number 12. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. In June 2011, explorers discovered a bizarre formation lying at the bottom of the Baltic Sea, a strange formation located about 300 feet underwater. Sonar detected it, and it appeared to be a round, disc-shaped object about 200 feet in diameter. Upon its discovery, the explorer who found it immediately thought that the formation was created by an ancient civilization, alluding to the possibility that there is an ancient civilization that we are yet to discover. However, skeptics argue that the anomaly may be a natural geological formation, such as a glacial deposit or a rock outcrop, shaped by the shifting ice during the last ice age. Another theory is that the anomaly might be a shipwreck. Of course, there have been suggestions of an extraterrestrial or alien connection, proposing that the object is a spacecraft or artifact of extraterrestrial origin. Despite considerable interest in this anomaly at the bottom of the ocean, we have yet to study it properly or up close. After all, ROVs don't give us enough information to correctly identify this formation. Today, most people dismiss this anomaly as something natural and nothing extraordinary. I'll leave the verdict on this one up to you. Number 11. Julia. The Julia sound, also known simply as Julia, is a weird underwater sound first recorded by the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in March 1999. It was detected in the equatorial Pacific Ocean and is classified as one of the numerous unexplained and mysterious sounds emanating from the depths of our oceans. This mysterious sound has been plaguing the minds of researchers from all over the world, and to this day, the explanation behind this phenomena remains inconclusive. The Julia sound is distinctive for its unique audio profile. It's often described as a long-lasting descending tone with a frequency ranging from 90 to 300 hertz. The sound has a somewhat eerie quality, resembling a blend of moaning, whistling, and creaking. Despite extensive analysis, the source and cause of the Julia sound remain a subject of speculation. Today, people believe that Julia isn't simply a sound. Instead, it's the call of a monstrous creature residing in the deepest and darkest part of the ocean. A cryptid? Or just a natural phenomena? Who knows? Number 10. The Mysterious Bloop. Since we're already on the topic of a mysterious sound that was heard in the ocean, let's continue it with another. The bloop is a mysterious sound with a frequency range of roughly 15 to 20 hertz, something that is way below the range of human hearing. Hydrophones heard it, and it was initially traced to a remote area in the South Pacific Ocean near the southern tip of South America. Initially, people were convinced that the bloop, like Julia, is a massive underwater creature akin to the legendary kraken, or a previously undiscovered species. However, scientists today believe that there is a more logical explanation behind it. Experts now attribute this bizarre sound to the cracking and fracturing of large icebergs. As these massive ice formations shift and break apart, they can produce immense underwater sounds, including those with low-frequency characteristics similar to the bloop.
Really?
However, several people remain unconvinced. So, case closed? Or is there more to this story? Only time will tell. Number 9.
I think it's more to the story.
9. The disappearance of USS Scorpion. The USS Scorpion was a skipjack-class submarine commissioned in 1960. It served for a long time under the Navy until the fateful day of March 21, 1968. That day, the USS Scorpion departed from the naval base in Norfolk, Virginia for a routine 3-month deployment in the Mediterranean Sea. The submarine had 99 crew members on board, including officers and enlisted personnel. The USS Scorpion was scheduled to return to Norfolk in late July. However, it failed to make any communication or rendezvous as expected. The Navy initiated a search and rescue operation when the submarine didn't respond to attempts at contact. An extensive search revealed the wreckage of the underwater craft at a depth of approximately 10,000 feet. While remains of the submarine were found, the reason for its sinking remains unknown to this day. Some believe it was attacked, while others believe it was a simple mechanical failure. Well, with the recent news of what happened to Titan, the submersible that tried to visit the Titanic, it's not hard to believe that something terrifying is happening in the ocean. Number 8. The cursed shipwreck in the Gulf of Mexico. This cursed shipwreck in the Gulf of Mexico is among the most curious finds by researchers aboard the Noah's Okeanos Explorer. This shipwreck was discovered 1,460 feet below the surface. But as significant as it is, there's one tiny problem. Researchers believe it's cursed. First of all, there was no way of identifying this ship. It was made of wood with copper sheathing, stretching about 124 feet long, and likely from the mid-1800s. But there isn't any information about which nation the ship came from, who its crew was, or what trade it was made for. All we know is that this ship remains a mystery, and those who try to unravel its secrets get struck with terrible luck. Number 7.
Terrible luck.
The sea serpent of HMS Daedalus. On August 6, 1848, HMS Daedalus, a Royal Navy frigate, was sailing in the waters of the South Atlantic Ocean, somewhere between the Cape of Good Hope and St. Helena. The ship's officers and crew reported a remarkable sighting that would later become one of the most famous maritime stories. In fact, some of you guys might already know about this. People on board HMS Daedalus claimed that the creature had a long serpentine body with a dark color. The beast was said to be swimming quickly near the water's surface and was estimated to be about 60 feet overall. The report of the sea serpent sighting aboard HMS Daedalus triggered considerable scientific and public interest. To this day, however, this story is considered mostly speculative and fictional. Number 6. Unicorn of the Ocean. You may have come across these creatures before, but it's probably been a while since you've heard about narwhals, often referred to as the unicorns of the ocean. You're probably wondering why this animal is on this list. After all, these creatures reside in the Arctic and subarctic waters and usually mind their own business. The reason why they're so mysterious is because of their tusks, the unicorn-like horn that makes them distinct from the rest of the whale species. Yes, these creatures are considered whales. These tusks, which can grow up to 10 feet long, extend from the upper jaw of male narwhals. They're long, straight, and spiral in shape, resembling a unicorn's horn. Female narwhals typically lack tusks and have smaller, more blunt protrusions. So why are these things mysterious? Well, we haven't identified their specific purpose. In the animal kingdom, where survival and food are the only things that matter, each body has a purpose. Each ability gives animals higher chances of survival. For example, a moose's large antler rack gives these animals an advantage in competing with other males for exclusive access to a female, as it enhances their ability to fight off rivals. And yet, narwhals don't really have a significant use for their tusks. Or so, that's what...
Look how sharp it is. I've been trying to sit here patiently to catch a good shot and land it right on one. Look how sharp that is, bro. That's almost like a stingray. You know what I mean? Trying to imagine that piercing through your body, bro. Like, I believe ain't too many animals or too many sea creatures gonna bother them. Nothing's gonna really much bother them. Maybe an orca, because orcas are smart. Maybe a shark may try it because they just don't care. Other than that, I don't see nothing else bothering them, fam, with that.
We used to think. Some early theories suggested that narwhals use their tusks for hunting, breaking ice, or defense against predators. However, none of these theories hold up. Researchers have observed male narwhals displaying signs of aggression, such as broken tusks and scars on their foreheads, suggesting battles for female narwhals. But surprisingly, no one, not even knowledgeable indigenous Arctic communities who depend on narwhals for food, has ever witnessed these aggressive encounters despite these observations.
So they're going to battle for females, but they're not going to protect themselves? How does that make sense? That makes no sense whatsoever.
One of the leading theories today is that the narwhal tusk serves as a sensory organ. Inside the tusk, scientists have discovered millions of nerve endings, and recent studies suggest that the tusks may play a role in detecting changes in temperature, salinity, and water pressure. This sensory information could help narwhals navigate their environment and locate prey. Now, this definitely makes more sense, doesn't it? Unfortunately, we need to study these creatures more before we can arrive at a conclusion. I just hope that we'll be able to do so before they go extinct. After all, the habitats of these creatures are slowly shrinking. It'd be a shame for these creatures to be wiped out before we could appreciate them, don't you think? Number 5. The Mary Celeste. Imagine a boat filled with ample supplies. It's functioning properly, there are no problems, and there's enough food and water on board. Imagine sailing on this boat in the middle of the ocean and you have nowhere else to be. Now, it doesn't make sense for you to leave this boat, right? This question has plagued experts and historians since they discovered the Mary Celeste floating in the ocean, still intact, without a single crew member on board. This is precisely what happened on December 5, 1872, when the British brigantine Dei Gratia spotted the Mary Celeste adrift about 400 miles east of the Azores in the Atlantic Ocean. The people on board Dei Gratia boarded the vessel, and they found the Mary Celeste completely deserted. The crew of the Dei Gratia noted that the boat appeared to be in seaworthy condition, with ample provisions and personal belongings left behind. The ship's logbook provided some clues, but no clear answers. The last log entry was made on November 25, 1872, indicating that the ship was about 6 miles from Santa Maria Island in the Azores. There were no signs of distress or unusual events in the log. Some suggested piracy, while others speculated it could have been mutiny, foul play, or sabotage. Natural disasters such as a waterspout or a sudden release of methane hydrates were also considered. However, to this day, the real reason behind the crew's disappearance or their whereabouts remains unknown. Number 4. The Bermuda Triangle.
Of course.
As I've said earlier, you've most likely already heard about the Bermuda Triangle. This part of the ocean, encompassing an area between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, is allegedly a cursed and wretched location. This place has been blamed for the unexplained disappearances of ships, aircraft, and crews. Countless disappearances have been associated with this place. Many of these disappearances occurred under seemingly normal conditions, with no distress calls or communication from the vessels or aircraft before they went missing. These incidents have fueled speculation about the existence of supernatural or extraterrestrial forces. Some of the most famous disappearances linked to the Bermuda Triangle include Flight 19, a group of 5 U.S. Navy bombers that vanished in 1945 during a training exercise, and the USS Cyclops, a U.S. Navy cargo ship that disappeared in 1918 with all 309 crew members on board. Aliens? A magnetic force? Or something else? To this day, we remain unsure. Number 3.
Those guys flying the plane, see, they went, I believe they went down together because they were already radioing back that they didn't know what they were disoriented. You know what I mean? They were running low on fuel and they kind of banded together. So, that was crazy to me. That was crazy. After that happens, why even send anything else through there?
3. Mysterious holes in the ocean floor. Mysterious holes have been discovered in the ocean floor by researchers in 2022. These holes form a line on the ocean floor, and it looks like it was made by a sewing machine. Naturally, scientists were incredibly perplexed by this discovery as it was the first time these holes were seen at the bottom of the ocean. Now, what's astounding is the fact that these holes look so deliberate that it's easy to think each one was created by a human. Some people believe that these holes are created by aliens, while some believe that it's nothing but a prank. But seriously, why would you even dive deep into the ocean just to carve something you're not even sure people would see? Well, we're still unsure to this day. Number 2. The Bimini Road. The Bimini Road, also known as the Bimini Wall or Bimini Rocks, is a submerged rock formation located off the coast of Bimini in the Bahamas. This alleged road was discovered by divers Joseph Valentin, Jacques Mail, and Robert Angove while exploring the waters of the Bahamas on September 2, 1968. The Bimini Road consists of a series of rectangular flat limestone slabs that appear to be laid out in a linear fashion on the ocean floor. The formation stretches for approximately half a mile and lies in shallow waters, making it visible to divers and snorkelers. The stone blocks appear to be closely aligned, leading some to suggest that they might have been part of a man-made structure or a road. Now, we're all familiar with the story of Atlantis, right? A city of riches before it was condemned and punished for its wicked people. Well, several theorize that the Bimini Road was once part of this legendary island. However, experts claim that the Bimini Road is a natural geological formation created by the erosion and weathering of limestone rock over thousands of years. They suggest that the rectangular shapes result from natural fractures and that the appearance of alignment is coincidental. Today, the latter is the most accepted explanation for this alleged road-like formation. And now it's time for today's topic. The Mariana Trench is an oceanic trench located in the western Pacific Ocean. This is known as the deepest location on Earth, with a depth of over 36,200 feet. That's almost 7 miles. Recently, scientists accidentally made a chilling discovery in this region of the ocean. There's no doubt that there are a lot of unknown creatures lurking in the abyss. After all, it's the only place humans haven't conquered. Yet, it was here that scientists discovered a massive bone. The remains allegedly look similar to a whale bone, but more monstrous and bony. Unfortunately, this curious fossil of a behemoth remains unidentified to this day. Another whale species? Or could this be something else entirely? Number 1. Immortal jellyfish. Now you're probably wondering, immortal jellyfish?
Yep.
Is there such a thing? Even for the wonderful creatures of the ocean, immortality is quite a far reach, isn't it? Well,
I believe they're our ticket to longer lives. I truly do.
Immortal jellyfish really exists in our planet's ocean, and it's among the most mysterious creatures we've seen. This creature is named Turritopsis dohrnii. It was first spotted in the 1880s in the Mediterranean Sea. This jellyfish starts its life as a larva, floating on the sea floor until it starts growing into a colony of polyps. From there, these creatures would spawn genetically identical jellyfish, and in a few weeks, they would turn into adult jellyfish. They might look ordinary, but if one of these creatures gets hurt or faces a life-threatening situation like starvation, they can simply turn back time. When these creatures get harmed, they simply revert back to their polyp state. The reborn polyp colony then releases jellyfish that are essentially clones of the injured adult. Think about it as a phoenix rising from its ashes. Pretty cool, right? So how exactly does this happen? According to scientists, this process is called transdifferentiation. This process involves a specialized cell transforming into a new one. There's still a lot that we don't understand about these creatures. However, just think about all the possibilities this discovery opens up in the future.
Exactly.
With these creatures, we might be able to learn the secret to eternal or more prolonged youth.